Hello, my name's Colette Maudsley. I'm Dean of Higher Education and Access at the Hugh Baird University Centre. It's lovely to see you all today, and hopefully between myself and the HE academic leads, Delyth and Martin, we'll be able to give you an insight into the courses we offer and what it's like to study at the Hugh Baird University Centre. Firstly, I would like to thank you for tuning in today, and I am delighted you are considering studying with us here at the college. The University Centre offers a friendly and supportive learning environment, whilst also providing you with the tailored support you need to be successful and succeed. We deliver through small class sizes with varied teaching and assessment methods that will include blended learning moving forward. This ensures our undergraduates receive individual attention. Our staff are also used to working with people of all ages, and we welcome applications from mature learners. We recognise that in many instances, work and life experiences can be an asset and may qualify mature students' entry onto one of our university level courses. In June 2017, the University Centre was awarded the highest possible gold rating for its higher education provision from the newly launched government scheme. The Teaching Excellence Framework, TEF for short, was introduced to provide evidence about the performance of the higher education sector in the UK. We believe that this award, coupled with the growing number of our undergraduates achieving first-class honours degrees, demonstrates our continued commitment to raising aspirations, increasing opportunities for all, and inspiring students to achieve their full potential. We currently work with 3 higher education institutions: the University of Central Lancashire, the University of Cumbria, and Liverpool John Moores University, which means your degree comes from them. Our foundation entry, foundation degree, and full honours degree courses are valued by employers from a variety of industries and are designed to prepare students for success in their chosen field, enabling them to leave the University Centre career ready. You don't need to pay your fees up front. Tuition fee loans cover university tuition fees and are paid direct to the college by Student Finance England. These are repayable and are available to all eligible students regardless of household income. We have the details on how to apply on our website. We also offer a Hugh Baird University Centre bursary gift for all of our first year and second year full-time foundation degree students on successful completion each year. So that's £250 at the end of year 1 and £250 at the end of year 2. I just want to finish today talking to you about our graduation ceremony. It's a time for celebration and highlights the University Centre. It's the best part of our year. The ceremony marks our graduates' hard work and dedication. It is an opportunity for students to reflect on their time at the University Centre and celebrate with family, friends and staff. The ceremony features guest speakers, speeches from teaching staff, and the presentation of awards and achievements to our graduates. The event is held in Bootle Town Hall and is then followed by a reception at the Hugh Baird University Centre. So let's just see the video of last year's graduation. I hope you enjoy it. I really do smile when I watch that video, because I know the blood, sweat and tears that goes into students when they're here with us. And because we walk around the University Centre all the time, we see everyone. So it's just fantastic to see that. So with no further ado, I would like to introduce you to the HE academic leads that manage the 3 faculties within the University Centre, Martin Harrington and Delyth Cole. So over to you, Martin.
Hi, I'm Martin Harrington, and I am one of the academic leads at the University Centre. A big part of my job is quality assurance, making sure that the experience students receive here is the best quality we can offer, and that time runs smoothly and people are able to achieve the outcomes they deserve. I'll run over the areas I kind of look at after in a minute, but I would just like to extend a warm welcome to you. And whether you're looking for a suitable degree to study, or whether you've just never really contemplated HE before and don't really know if it's for you, I'm sure that we could have something suitable for you. In general, our applicants are expected to have completed a level 3 qualification, so that could be something like an A-level, a BTEC extended diploma or equivalent, for example, and have around about 3 GCSEs, 2 of which we normally ask for in English and maths, and that's between a grade 9 to 4, or in old money, an A to C. However, if you don't meet that entry requirement, it may well be that we can still offer you provision here. A lot of our foundation degrees do have integrated foundation entry years, which means that you can spend an extra year doing this foundation year, which brings you up to speed in terms of academic study, and to move seamlessly into that full degree. We also have access to higher education courses on offer. Normally, candidates would be expected to have English and maths grades A to C for that, and that is a 1-year kind of intensive A-level equivalent course, which can take you to any university, not just this one. As I say, don't be put off if you don't feel you meet the standard criteria. Please feel free to contact us, and our staff will be happy to talk to you and to give you the best advice possible. If you're a mature student, just remember it's never too late to study. We welcome applications from mature students, and again, if you don't think you meet the entry requirements, it may well be that under university regulations, that your industry experience and your time in work may well be enough to qualify you for entry onto one of our years, whether that be a foundation entry or year 1 of a degree. But you know, I say we can take into account your experience, so please give us a call and we can hold a more detailed conversation with you. Just in terms of what you can expect, Colette's already mentioned the kind of small class sizes we run. We take an active learning approach here at the University Centre. You're not just a number to us. We don't kind of lecture and leave you to get on with things. At the start of the year, you will be given an induction assignment, and that is used as the basis to identify your individual starting point. So we can identify what help you need, what guidance you need, and tailor a package of support that's right for you. And so that could be anything from additional workshop help to one-to-one support from our student experience officers. And also we have study skills resources available online through Microsoft Teams. In addition, there's a PDP hour where you can get individual help and guidance. And if you have a specific learning difference or disability, we can put you in touch with our DSA coordinator, who will be able to talk to you about possible packages of support available from Student Finance England. In addition to the small class sizes and the active learning approach, you'll be taught by staff who are, in a lot of cases, experts in their own field. They're not just teachers, they have experience either of industry before they came into teaching, or in many cases, and particularly in my faculty of creative industries, they are actively engaged in industry now. So you can be assured that you're being taught by people who have a lot of industry knowledge and are aware of the requirements that need to be met in order for you to move on into the world of work. As I've mentioned before, I run two areas. One is access to education, and the other is the Faculty of Creative Industries. Now, if you're interested in art and design or creative design, it may well be that we have something for you. In terms of what we run, we have new this year a foundation diploma in art and design. That's a level 3 qualification. That's aimed at people who may already have an A level in art and design in one of those subjects, and maybe don't want to go to university just yet, or want to do a foundation year before they get to university just to build up the skills. And that lasts for 1 year and can take you into study in university with a solid foundation in a range of design subjects. In addition to that, at foundation degree level and top-up level, we have courses in creative makeup design and practice, digital imaging and photography, fashion and textiles, graphic design, interior and spatial design, moving image production, and visual merchandising and promotional design. It may well be that those titles don't mean a lot to you, but if you feel you're interested in a degree in the art and design field, please feel free, give us a call, email us, whatever suits you best, and we will get a member of staff to talk to you about your requirements in more detail. Anyway, enough of me, over to Delyth.
Hello and welcome to the Hugh Baird University Centre Discovery Day. We understand the importance of making sure we are helping prepare our undergraduates for the world of work. We ensure that employability skills are embedded into all our programmes, and we have strong links with both local and national employers. So this means that students can take part in live briefs, are visited by guest speakers and industry experts, and go on visit to employers' premises. Many of our alumni return to the Hugh Baird University Centre as guest speakers, passing on their experience and advice to the next generation. So all of this contributes to both our full-time and part-time students leaving the Hugh Baird University Centre career ready. So our degree level qualifications are valued by employers, and we work with many different industries to ensure that all our programmes have their vocational edge. The courses are work-related and are aimed at those who prefer to take a vocational route and build up the skills and knowledge to progress and succeed in the competitive job market. Each of our programmes are designed by the team of academic specialists from the University Centre and our partner universities, working closely alongside experts from within the profession or the industry concerned. That way, undergraduates can be sure that the course is academically strong and meets the needs of employers. Our friendly and experienced student services team can provide support and information on many areas such as course information, admission support, safeguarding, health and well-being, career advice, and financial support information. So the faculties that I manage and the courses that we offer are the Faculty of Engineering, Business and Computing. And under this faculty, we look at the courses mainly Management and Leadership, Business and Management, Computing, Criminology, Policing Studies, Engineering, which is Advanced Manufacturing, and Games Design. The other faculty I line manage is Faculty of Health and Education. So under there we have Children, Young People and Their Services, Education Studies, which is up to only for level 6, the top-up degree. So is Children's Schools for Families, Health, Nutrition and Physical Exercise, Health and Social Care, Mental Health and Wellbeing, Assistant Practitioner in Health and Social Care, and Teacher Training. So I can invite you now to ask us some questions, and we'll do our best to answer them as best we can.
So while we're just waiting for some questions to come through, you'll probably notice that Delyth and I are in the same room. and through our social distancing, we'll answer the questions as best we can. Just come into, sorry. Okay, so Harry asks, is there part-time routes? Yes, there are. And our full-time routes are usually over, depending on the course. The health-related courses are over 2 days and can be just under the 2 days. And our other courses, which are more sort of practical-based, are over 2.5 days, and that's full-time. If you're full-time, you would do a foundation entry over 1 year, and then your foundation degree over 2 years, so that's 3 years in total. Otherwise, you would almost sort of double up those years. So your foundation entry would be over 2, and then your foundation degree would be over 3. So it's a little bit longer, but full-time really, you're not in all of the time, because we are very conscious when we're doing the timetables that we have a lot of students that have other commitments, whether that's work commitments, care and responsibilities, etc. So we usually will put the timetable into 2 full days or 2.5 days. I hope that's answered your question, Harry.
Okay, Sean, you're asking, when does the academic year start and end? The academic year will start September. For this year, for first years, it'll be September the 7th. And it'll be finished in June. I think the date is the 20th of June. So that's the whole academic year.
Okay, Martin, question for you.
Yes, this is one for me. Ian. So when you graduate, do you graduate with a degree from the partner university? Yes. The degree will come from one of our partner universities. So in the main partner I deal with in my faculty is the University of Central Lancashire. So all my students graduate with degrees from that institution.
Okay, so question for me. Kane asks, what qualifications do I need to have? Again, that's dependent, Kane, as Martin alluded to before. Every course has entry requirements, and you'll find them on the website under the programme specification. And as Martin said before, it will really depend on the course. Some of these courses the staff have written for the university, so they'll have different entry requirements to some of the courses that we franchise from the universities. So if you go on there, so it will depend, but ultimately, if you don't have the direct entry qualifications for a foundation degree, which is your normal GCSE results, then we can offer a foundation entry. And a lot of students that go on that route is because they don't have the traditional qualifications to go straight into year one. The industry experience, life skills, all of that we take into account. I don't think we've refused any students on the basis of entry requirements, because we do tend to have those courses in place. One of the reasons why we developed the foundation entry courses to allow for the students to move into higher education.
Okay, Izzy, you're asking, do I have to buy my own laptop, PC or software? We do have laptops available for students, which are dotted around the University Centre in laptop cabinets. We've also got our libraries, but we have 3 libraries that you can use within the whole of Hugh Baird College itself. So there's a library in Balliol with static PCs, there's one in the Port Academy building, and there's also some static computers in the University Centre. So it depends what you prefer, whether you would like to buy your own laptop or whether you would be able to use the one that we have available to all students, depending on the availability of those laptops at the time.
Okay, Martin.
And what about, this is from Lorna, do any courses go on trips, experiences? Well, yes, we try to get our students out into the outside world and then the outside world into you. So not only do we put on a range of guest speakers, we have a program of events. We try and get people in from industry to talk to students, but also individual courses will arrange trips and excursions, and they can range from anything from going into Liverpool to see an artist studio, for example, to international trips. We have in the past done trips to New York, for example. Obviously, everything's subject to student demand, but we do try to, as I say, get the world into you and you out into the world.
Okay, so a question for me. David asks, I'm a mature student with dyslexia and I've not been in education for a long time. Is there support available? And the answer is yes. I will hand you over to Martin in a minute because he'll give you some more detail on this. We have a lot of students that have learning needs, different learning needs. We have a dedicated DSA coordinator who works specifically for the university centre and students, and will support and help students to apply for additional support. We also have, and Martin will go into a little bit more detail in that in a minute, we also have what are known as our student engagement officers, so our SEOs as we call them. We have 3, one that works full-time and 2 that work part-time. And the SEOs support students, not only students who might have learning difficulties and disabilities, but all students in general. So they are there to ensure that the academic staff are supported and the students are supported in order for them to achieve. And they've done a brilliant job this year. But if I could just hand you over to Martin, he'll just explain in a little bit more detail the DSA.
Yeah, so if anyone like David, in your case, you have a specific learning difference like dyslexia, our DSA coordinator will be able to go through the process of applying through Student Finance England to see if you can get additional help. And depending on the outcome of any educational psychologist report, the Student Finance England may be able to grant money towards software, etc., that might help you, and also support outside of the university centre. But in terms of the support you will get in the university centre, all our staff are very adept at dealing with students who haven't been in education for a long while. They will make sure that any reasonable adjustments that need to be made are in place. Again, as I said, we at the start, we have an induction assignment, so we can identify individual starting points for you, and we will map out a support package for you that will get you to where you want to be. And the DSA is probably the main thing. So if you have anyone with a specific learning difference, like dyslexia, for example, can go through this more official route and apply for additional funding in terms of outside help. So Matt Wilson is our DSA coordinator, so he'll be the person to talk to about that, and he's quite happy for people to email him and just get in touch, and he can talk you through the process.
Okay, question for Delyth.
Okay, so Frida asked, how about big are class sizes on average? So on average, we do pride ourselves to have small class sizes. So we could have up to, say, 20 in a class. 15 to 20 is what we aim for. May have slightly over to by a few more, but no more than that. You will never be in a position where there's 30 in a class. So we do pride ourselves at small classes because you'll be able to get to know your lecturer and the lecturer will be able to get to know you.
Okay, so a question from Christine, and she asks, how do I apply, and am I too late for this year? No, you're not too late. We still have places on all of our courses, and there's a couple of ways that you can apply. But the main one is if you go to the website and you go onto the Hugh Baird University Centre, on virtually all of the pages it will say apply here, and if you just click on that, then it will ask you for some details, mainly what you're interested in. We will get that as a team straight away, and then that then goes out to the course leader, and the course leader will be in contact with you. Now obviously we're in annual leave mode at the moment, So if the course team aren't available because they're on annual leave, then either myself, Delyth, or Martin will give you a ring, and we'll have a little chat with you and see, what it is that you're looking for. And to be fair, we could probably answer everything. And then we would pass you over to the course leader as and when they are back off annual leave, and they will either do an interview online with you over the telephone, or we will be in on A-level results day, which is the 13th of August. So we will be hopefully back on site. We might still be socially distancing. We just have to wait and see what the government guidelines are at the time. Martin?
Yeah, so this is Scott asking about course fees and paying for them, and what is the process? Well, there are a number of ways you can do this. First thing I would like to say is that not all courses are priced in the same way. So I would start by looking at our website, looking at the course you're interested in, and reading the information at the bottom in terms of how much the course costs. Normally, students apply for a tuition fee loan from Student Finance England, and that's a process we can talk you through. It's not a problem at all. And then once you've got that tuition fee loan, you can also apply for a maintenance loan depending on circumstances. If you want to pay fees up front yourself, you can do so. But we don't we can't stretch the payments over too long a period, and normally it is two payments at the start of the year. But we can talk to you about that, and in terms of what the best solution is for you.
Okay, question from Kerry asked, do I have to have A levels to do a degree? Well, the answer to that is no. You will have to have a level 3 qualification perhaps, but if you're a mature student, as Martin alluded before, we would take mature students with their experience within industry. So it is worth applying for any other courses, and we will have an individual conversation with you to decide what course is best for you.
Okay, so Wayne asks, what facilities do you have at the University Centre? Well, quite a range. We have, it's sort of split into more of the vocational courses, which are the courses that Martin talks about in terms of the creative industries. Some of those courses are in the University Centre. And then the other, and the graphic design is here, and the games design. So we'll talk about them in a minute. And then the other courses, fashion, photography, and creative makeup, and the foundation entry and the FAD course are on the top floor of the Balliol Centre. So we would have for those courses what you would expect you to see: the Apple Mac computers, the PCs, the Windows for the visual merchandising, quite a range of different printers going up to zero printing, laminators. So there's quite a lot of resources that we have for those. And then around the theory-based courses, so all of the other courses that Delyth and Martin have talked about, we have the standard classrooms with the smart facilities. We are also looking at cameras going in all of the studios that we have within HE, so that we've got live streaming going on if that's how we're going to deliver come September. So PCs in terms of certain classrooms. So the games room would have the PCs, computing would have the PCs, and then all of the software that goes with that. And then, as Delyth said before, we have laptop trolleys for students to sign out laptops when they're in the session times. We also have a library within the University Centre, and pretty much that's the University Centre in terms of the facilities. I hope that's answered your question, Wayne. Martin?
Yeah, there's one from Rob about do we have links with business and employers, and any particular progression stories into industry? Well, yeah, I mean, we design all our courses in conjunction with with industry. So as part of the validation of our courses, we have an external advisor from industry who will advise on the suitability of the course to get people into employment. Moving on from that, each course has its own links with particular industry professionals. As I said before, we get people to come in and talk about industry. We run employer events, so we have events such as Meet the Professionals, where we invite a range of employees to come in and talk to students and discuss how they can move on. As I said as well, a lot of our staff are engaged in industry themselves. So just in terms of creative industries, a lot of the staff will be able to give you the up-to-date industry kind of relevant information you need, and will have their own networks of employers on the course that they can put you in touch with. So for example, our photography course has links with places like the Open Eye Gallery in town, and students have found opportunities through organisations such as that. We've had students who have gone on to develop their own business out of ideas. Have had a very successful individual who started their own children's clothing company from our visual merchandising course, and a lot of other examples of students going into industry, and whether that be kind of self-employed graphic design or working for studios. The list is kind of endless, and each individual area will be able to kind of give you more specific examples based on your interest.
Okay, so Zara asks, I keep seeing TEF ratings being displayed by universities. What is this? Okay, so that's a teaching excellence framework I alluded to before. So it was brought in by the government in 2017 to rate universities and providers of higher education against quality standards. So if you think, if you just go back to the school and Ofsted, pretty similar to that in a sense. We did have a higher education reviews quite a few years back now, but the TEF basically is around student voice. So all of the data that comes from the TEF is from student voice and continuation rate, so students that stay on course and don't leave, and then progression. So progression into either further study or employment. So there's an awful lot of metrics that sits behind it, and the awards. When we applied for ours, it is all based upon, as I've just said, student voice, continuation, and progression. So it is actual data that sits behind it. So you were either awarded bronze, silver, or gold, and we were awarded gold, and we've still maintained that gold award. So I hope that that's answered your question. Okay, so no more questions. So thank you for all of your questions today and for joining us. Don't forget that applications this September are still open, and you can apply online via our website. If you have any questions or queries, please get in touch via our website or social media. Please stay safe, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.